Hi, good afternoon. So we are going to do the stretch video now. Hopefully you joining me for these stretch videos. Really fantastic stretching. I can't tell you how important it is to stretch. You may not get time to do the whole video in one go, but if you can break it up into different areas, do it half in the morning, half at night. Ideally, I would recommend, if you can, to do the stretching video when you've got plenty of time to be able to put yourself into a quiet space, quiet room in the house, if you've got one. I know it's not always ideal, but if you can go to a quiet space, that'd be brilliant. And then it gives you more ability to be able to relax. The more you relax with the stretches, the easier they will become. And for some of us, me in particular, I'm always on the go, I'm always really busy, I'm exercising, I'm training. I find it really difficult to switch off and relax. So to make myself do the stretches, which I do try to do a little bit of stretching every day, it's quite important that I think about just calming myself down, focusing on my breathing, remembering that the more you breathe, relax, the more you breathe deeply, slowly, the more the muscles will relax and stretch. So I'm starting on my back with my knees bent. Just going to do a little bit of mobility into the upper body, so the neck and the shoulders. Breathing in at the top, out to turn the head to the right, into the centre and to the left. So just gently moving your head from side to side, and this just starts to ease off through your neck area where we hold a lot of tension. A couple more of those. Breathe into the centre, out to tuck your chin down. So lifting the head up, tuck the chin down. Lifting up and down. A couple more. And then gently, one side, centre, and the other side, and centre. Taking the ear down towards the shoulder, to lastly stretch down the side of the neck. And then release in the centre. Arms up, reach up to the ceiling, just your arms, not your head, and drop your shoulders down. Reaching up and drop the shoulders down. So this takes away any tension from your shoulder area. Lift and drop. A couple more of those. And then arms down by the side. Some nice big arm circles all the way around. And this just eases off through your shoulders. Remember, just try and stay as relaxed as you possibly can. And we'll do a few into each direction. So reversing, up and around and over the top. Big circling arms. Just mobilising into the shoulders. And release. A little bit of work to open up the spine. Keeping the knees bent, feet, ankles and knees hip distance apart, shoulders relaxed. We're just going to peel the spine off the mat, come up to the shoulders and press the spine disc by disc back down to the mat. Lifting up to your shoulders and pressing disc by disc. All the way down. Come in, it's a little bit harder by coming all the way up to the top. Arms over your head. Keep the arms over your head. Bring the spine down again, disc by disc. And this just helps to stretch a little bit further into the spine. So you don't have to have the arms. If you want to keep it easy, just keep the arms down by the sides of the legs. This is the shoulder bridge. And this is to loosen and to mobilise into your spine. So one more. And release. And then we're going to do 3 stretches all on the right hand side to stretch the hamstrings, the glutes, that's your bottom, and into your waist. So we're going to do all one side and then we're going to do all the other side. I'm going to start by shaking out the right leg. Straighten the leg forward, bring the leg towards the chest till you feel a really good stretch going all the way down the back of the leg. You can hold that leg if you want to make it easier. You can use a band or a tie or a strap at the back of your foot, which makes it easier still. And I'm going to just increase that a little bit further and hold. This also stretches your calf muscle. And what we're aiming to do with some of these big muscles is take them to a point of stretch. Let the muscle release into the stretch, then we take it a little bit further if we can. We do that about 2 or 3 times. So each time holding and breathing into the stretch for about 10-20 seconds. And making sure you are increasing the intensity of that stretch. So that's your hamstring and your calves. And then we let go. And we're going to drop that foot over the knee and bring the other leg off the floor. And this stretches into your bottom and down your outer thigh. So we're just going to hold that there and breathe. You can hold that leg if you want to, which helps to make that a little bit easier, or you can put that left foot against a wall or a door. If you've done the videos with me before, you'll know that that makes it a little bit easier. I'm going to bring that in a little bit further and hold and breathe. And then from there, I'm going to take my arms out to the side and let this top knee roll over to the side. So the top knee rolls over, the head goes in the opposite direction, and I'm just going to breathe there into the spine twist. So this stretches through the waist and through the middle of the back. Just hold it and breathe. Just try and relax. Remember I said earlier on at the start of the video, the more you relax, the easier the muscles will find it is to stretch. By taking my hand onto the top knee, just nudge that down a bit. That increases the intensity if you want to. And then I'm coming back to the middle. I'm just going to have a little shake out there in the middle, a little roll forward and back on the length of the spine. Feet back down, and we do all 3 stretches on the other side, so these work together. We shake out the leg, straighten it, bring the straight leg towards the chest and hold. The toe is down, the heel is up, and that also helps to stretch through your calf muscles. We're going to hold that for 10 to 20 breaths in and out. Then we're going to increase it a little bit further. Make sure that your shoulders stay relaxed there at the top. One more tiny increase and hold. And then shake out your leg. Take that foot across the opposite knee, bring the other leg off the floor, then this stretches through your bottom and your outer thigh into your hip area. Just hold it and breathe. You may find, just as a point to remember, that one side feels a lot harder to do and a lot tighter than the other. That's normal. 9 times out of 10 you'll stretch one side, the other side will feel harder or easier. Don't worry about that. There is generally an imbalance with most of us between one side and the other. A little bit further and hold. Then I'm going to let the top knee roll over to the right and the head to the left. Shoulders relaxed and into the spine twist. That's the waist, the middle of the back, and all the way through the outer thigh and bottom. To make it harder, top hand on your knee, you can just nudge that leg down and that increases the stretch, but don't do that unless your shoulders are flat to the floor. If your shoulders are lifted like this, your first aim is to try and get your shoulders flat. The second aim to increase it, if you get the shoulders flat, is to nudge that top knee down. Roll back to the middle, knees to the chest, little rock, forward and back. Drop the feet to the floor, and then we're just going to let the feet roll together, soles of the feet together, arms out to the side, little stretch for your inner thighs and your hips. And just hold it there and breathe. This is a really good stretch to do for your inner thighs and hips because most people in westernized cultures are quite tight into the hip area. So this opens up the hips and stretches through that area. And if you want to increase that, hands down to your inner thighs and just push a little bit further. So just nudging those legs out a little bit more makes that a little bit harder. Push the legs back together, knees to the chest, little rock from side to side, and then we are going to roll over onto our front to stretch into the quads muscles, opposite side to your hamstrings, into the lower back. We're going to do a bit of stretching there. So lying on your front, we're going to start by taking the heel to the bottom, knees together. Push your thigh muscle down into the mat and hold. We're going to increase it and push a little bit further. If you can't get your foot to your bottom, don't worry about that. You can use a band or a strap like we did with the hamstrings. And that what you do is you just wrap the band around your foot and pull each side on your band, and that's an easier way to do that. Or we're going to push a little bit further and hold. So that's 10 to 20 seconds, increasing 2 to 3 times. I'm going to shake it out and change to the other leg, heel to bottom. At one time, I couldn't get my heel anywhere near my bottom. It's about here. So my quads used to be very, very tight. But by just being consistent and stretching and working, the flexibility will come. You just have to be patient, work to your own level and work to increase your own level as you can. And push that a little bit further and hold. One more tiny increase. Let it go, shake it out. So that's your quads, top of your legs, 2 to 3 increases, 10 to 20 seconds at each increase. I think I said earlier on, or if not in this video, in previous videos, the stretches that you feel the most are the ones that feel really uncomfortable, are the ones that you need to do more. So be very aware of that. The ones that you don't like, they're the ones that you need to do. And they will get easier. You just have to be consistent, work at your own level and just keep trying to increase that level. We're going to do a little bit of stretching for the lower back. A lot of us suffer with lower back tightness. One of the worst areas that people come to me that suffer with lower back problems. So I ideally to get them to do a program of strengthening the back as we do in the Pilates and stretching, which is what we're going to do now. 2 good stretches for your lower back. I'm going to take the arms to the side, elbows bent, fingertips facing forward. Gently push up so you feel a stretch into the lower back. You hold it there for 3 to 4 breaths in and out at the top and release back down to the mat. Push, pause, 3 to 4 breaths and release. Coming only as far as you need to feel that stretch. As some people may only need to come that far to feel the stretch, and others you may need to go right to the top to feel the stretch. And we'd aim ideally to do between 5 and 10 of back extensions to stretch the lower back. This is a stretch that I personally have to do every single day because I have got quite a severe lower back condition. As long as I keep stretching, keeping the strength there, that helps me to manage that really well. So I'm just going to do a couple more of these. And then I'm going to push back to my hands and my knees. This is also for the lower back, and this is a cat stretch. If you find the back extension that we've just done too difficult, if you've got really severe back problems and you just want to take it really steady to start with, then the cat stretch that I'm going to do now is probably one of the easiest lower back stretches. If you also find, which is very common, that you get flare-ups of your back, and some days you feel that if you suffer with back problems that you can hardly move because your back's that stiff or tight, the cat stretch is one of the easiest ones to do. So that's the one I'm going to do now. You can always do the cat stretch to some level, and that will really help to ease off that lower back. So onto all fours, hands on your shoulders, knees under your hips. I'm going to round up, pause, 2 to 3 breaths, and release to flat. Rounding up, pause, and release. Rounding up, pause at the top. I'm just going to do a few more of those. Make sure that you don't, with this one, dip at the bottom. Keep your back straight, so don't arch it there. Dip it there. Keep it flat in the middle and round at the top. And the cat stretch is for the lower back. And just as a point for those of you that again suffer with lower back problems, if you are at work or you are out and about and you really suffer with your lower back, a kind of slightly let's say improvised version of the cat stretch, if you can do this like at work or day to day, would just be to go back to those little pelvic rocks there where you're standing and you just loosen off that lower back. It's very similar to the cat stretch, but you could be doing this like several times a day, and that will really help if you have a flare up of your lower back. Okay, so cat stretch. Moving on to the lion stretch. This stretches all the way down the side, the waist in the middle of the back. I mean, all these areas of the back are so important to keep flexible and loose. If you think about your back as a whole, it's the main structure of your body. So to keep the movement and the flexibility around that area is really, really important. And that's why, me personally, I do the back stretches fixed in stone every single day. Even if I only got 5 or 10 minutes, I will still make sure that I do my back stretches every day. It's that important. Lion stretch. So we've got bottom back to heels, arms out in front, head down between the arms. We're going to crawl the fingertips around to the right hand side. We're going to drop right down into that stretch and hold it. So the stretch is into the waist and into the middle of the back. Just breathe and try and really let go into that stretch. And take it a little bit further if you can and hold. So So 2 to 3 increases. Then we come back through the middle, go all the way around the other side. Hold it and breathe. Just a bit further if you can. And if you struggle back on your knees and you want to do an easier version of that, you could do the same stretch lying on your front. Or we'd have the arms out in front and we just move the arms around to the side. But make sure the whole body's not going, it's just from your waist and all of your upper body that goes. So that would be an easier version. Well, not really an easier version, but a version for those that struggle to be on your knees. So we're going to one more stretch. We're going to do the pigeon stretch. This is a really good one for your bottom. If you can't do this one straight away, don't worry, because what we did earlier on when we were on our back, that does stretch this area. But for those of you that can do this, it's a really nice stretch for your glutes. You just put the heel into the groin. We sit back and just hold and breathe. About 20 to 30 breaths into that stretch. Really good stretch for this area. And just hold it and breathe. And we'll change sides. And hold. And release. So, today we've covered, as I always cover, all the big muscles in the body. The big muscles that cross the joints of your body, so the muscles that cross your hips, your knees, your spine. If we stretch all those muscles and keep all those muscles nice and loose and flexible, it makes an enormous amount of difference to the way you move throughout your day. It's just, I can't stress how much stretching is important. So try and give yourself, if you're new to exercise and you're new to stretching, or you hate stretching because you've not got the time, or you're one of these people that's always on the go, just start yourself off gently. Just do like 10 minutes every day, or break the video up into 2, but just try to do a little bit of stretching each day, because I promise you, the more that you stretch, the more that you'll enjoy the stretching. It's just a time to take that time to breathe, relax. And I used to hate stretching because I've always been a person that's on the go all the time. I'm very active. I used to teach aerobics classes. I'm a very active person, but I have learned that stretching is probably one of the most important things that I now do. But just take your time with it, and hopefully I will see you back with more